Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to your Sunday morning class. Nice chilly morning today. So we're going to warm up a little bit. But I'd like us just to welcome ourselves to our mat today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to practice. And we'll start today's class in a child's pose. So you can take your knees out wide, big toes touch. Take your seat all the way back to your heels and reach your arms forward, resting your third eye on the mat. And just take a moment here to settle. You can also take any variation that you prefer. If you'd prefer to bring your knees together and rest your arms alongside you, with your hands drawing towards your feet, you can do that too. So see what feels best for you today. And in this child's pose, I just want you to drop every part of your body down into the earth. And be really curious about the places that you feel are holding you back from releasing fully into the mat. Without judging them, just observe. Don't try to fight them. Just be aware. And as you settle here in your child's pose, I want you to ask yourself one question this morning. What has brought you to your mat today? What is your why? We all need a why to get up and get out of bed every day. That is what drives us. And if we sit in our heads, we often lose that why. So what is your why for being here today? And often the questions we need to ask ourselves to figure out that why is, what does this do for me? How does it help me? And is it necessary? Do I need this? And as you start to ask yourself these questions, you begin to come up with words, familiar words, repetitive words, and you figure out your why. But it often comes from your heart. With everything that's going on at the moment, we often sit in our heads, sitting with fear, fear of the unknown, fear of what's ahead of us, all the negative emotions that we conjure up. Just drop into your heart for a moment and find that why. We'll begin by taking a nice, big, deep, long cleansing breath. So inhale, full breath in. Expand your heart, your lungs. And then exhale it out. 2 more like that. Deep breath in. And exhale all the way out. Last one. Full breath. Expand. Open your heart to this why. Hold it in there. And then sigh it out. Beautiful. And from here, you're going to slowly start to walk your hands back, rolling your spine all the way up. So you can sit on your heels if you'd like, or if you prefer to sit in a comfortable seated position, you're most welcome to do that too. So just find what feels best for you. We're going to do a little short meditation to start our practice. I'd like you to bring your fingertips, so each finger touching your left and right. So bringing your hands into like a little prism. And you're going to place your thumbs at your heart center. Elbows are gently relaxed by your sides. Your eyes are closed, and we're going to inhale for a count of 5. You'll hold the breath for a count of 5, and then exhale for a count of 5. And continue inhaling for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. And I want your focus up at your brow point, that seat of intuition, your third eye, and really just focusing on this why. Okay. All right, so closing the eyes, drawing the eye muscles up to the third eye, finding your prism, thumbs at your heart center, gently pressing against each finger. And let's just start by taking a deep inhale. And exhale it out. And we'll begin inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 5. Hold your breath for 5. Exhale for 5. Just continue a few rounds in your own time. Eyes drawing up. Focus at the heart and at your why. Let's take your final round. And when you're done, just release your hands to your lap, keeping your eyes closed, just returning to a normal breath flow. And then gently flutter the eyes open. Come back to your space. Welcome to your practice. Okay, so let's come into your tabletop position, coming onto all fours. Finding a box shape, hands under your shoulders, hips above your knees, and we'll start with a little bit of cat and cow to warm up the spine. Taking a deep inhale, let your belly drop as your head lifts. And exhale, really push the mat away from you as you pull your belly in, rounding into your spine. Inhale, arch, tailbone lifts, head lifts. Exhale, round, tuck your tailbone, spread the shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. In your own time with your breath. Check in with your body today. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine. From here, keep your knees together, big toes touch, and take your seat back to your heels in your child's pose, reaching your arms forward, really extending through the spine, maybe even coming up onto your fingertips. And then ground into your hands, and we're going to caterpillar crawl to the front of your mat, coming onto your belly. So I want you to keep your chest nice and low as you come all the way down. And then find yourself in your Sphinx pose, bringing your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Fingers spread wide, feet are comfortably apart, so about hip distance. I want you to reach up through the spine, shoulders down away from the ears, energetically pulling your heart through your hands. Engage your legs. All right, so pull those kneecaps up. Tailbone tucks. Take one more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, you're going to come up onto your hands, keeping the elbows slightly bent. And we're going to take a needle thread in your Sphinx pose. So you're going to thread your right arm underneath your left. And then cross your opposite arm to the opposite side so that your palms are facing up. And your arms are kind of in front of your chest. Just getting a stretch into the shoulders, into the upper back. Just take a few breaths here. Last two. Nice. And then slide your right arm out from underneath you, just placing your hand down on the mat and sliding the left arm further forward. You're going to bring your right knee up. So bending into the knee. Just going to bring my, and then extend the right arm back behind you, coming in for a spinal twist. So opening up into your chest, so right knee's bent, drawing up towards your chest on the floor. Starting to open up into the spine, inviting deep breaths in. One more. Beautiful. Then bring that right hand back on top of your left. Slide your right leg back and come back onto your belly, crossing the right arm out in front of the left. And we're going to take it to the other side. So this time, bringing your left arm out from underneath your right. Slide your left knee up towards your chest and extend the left arm back, opening up into your spinal twist. Try and relax that left shoulder on the mat. Deep breaths. Last one. Nice. And slowly bring that left hand back. Slide your left knee down and come back onto your belly. From here, we're going to roll onto your back. All right. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug them in, maybe rocking from side to side, just releasing the lower back, releasing anything that feels tight. And we're going to warm up our core a little bit today, nothing too intense. So I want you to bring your knees up above your hips. Keep that alignment. And then you're going to lower your feet down so they lower their knee height. Now press your lower back into the mat so you feel your belly engage straight away, and bring your hands behind your head, elbows out to the sides. Keeping this awareness in the belly, take a deep inhale, head and shoulders lift. Hold your breath, tuck your tailbone, so press your lower back down, and then exhale as you take your elbows to your left knee without moving your legs, then extend the right leg out in front of you. So the leg doesn't go all the way up, it doesn't go all the way down, but in between. Inhale, bring the leg back to center. Hold the breath. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale over to the right. Extend your left leg. Pull belly down. Lift your chin. Inhale, bring it back to center. Hold. Press your lower back down. Tailbone lifts. Exhale to your left. Keep the elbows rising. Extend your right leg. So it's not a crunch. Your chin is not down by your chest. Inhale, bring it back to center. Hold the breath. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your right. Nice slow movements. Extend the left leg. Belly pulls down. Inhale, bring it back. One more round. Hold. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your left. Extend the right leg. Pull belly in. Inhale back. Hold your breath. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your right. Extend the left. Lift your chin. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Hug those knees in. Deepen into your breath. All right, so extending your legs overhead. We're just going to start to roll the length of your spine a few times, massaging out the spine. And then I want you to see if you can come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. Knees are soft, and just allow the head to hang. Allow the arms to hang. Deepen into your breath. Good. And then we're going to slowly roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time, until you find yourself in standing Tadasana pose. When you get to the top, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. I want you to hook your thumbs and take a bit of a back bend here. So reach back, open up into the chest. Good, and then exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine, right leg is going to step back. Ground your hands down, and then left leg steps back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath as you rock forward to plank. Shoulders draw forward over the wrists, engage your belly. We're going to lower down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale onto your belly, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Point your toes back, extend the arms. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, lift everything up. So just a gentle opening. Don't take 100% here, just warming up. Slowly release. Hands under your shoulders, point your toes back. Inhale, cobra. Open up into the heart, shoulders roll back. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes under, full breath in. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Let's take a moment to stretch it out. You can bend into your top knee, open up into the hip, and then extend the leg. Square the hips off, bring your knee to your nose as you hover forward in plank. Round the back, pull that belly in, and then step your right foot forward, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we're going to take a twist to the right. Just settling here in your lunge. Take one more breath. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Extend through the back leg, and we're going to take a side lunge. So start at the back of your mat. So bending into your left knee. And then come to the front of your mat. Bend into the right. Good. Bend into the left again. And you're going to swivel to the back of your mat, coming into a low lunge. Or actually, let's step it back, down dog. Let's take a bit of a flow here. So inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale onto your belly, reach your arms back, deep breath in. Exhale, lift everything up. Slowly release. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes under, full breath in. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Right leg reaches back, three-legged dog. Keep your hips level this time. Bring your knee to your chest as you hover forward. Round the back, create space, and then step your right foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, take your twist to the right. So arms reach out to the sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under, extend through the back leg. Find that side lunge to the front of your mat. So bending into your left, bend into your right. Nice, and take it back to the front of your mat. Swivel to the front, coming into your lunge. And we're going to step it forward, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. So notice the heartbeat. Notice how the body's starting to wake up, to warm up. Inhale, arms reach up. Hook your thumbs. Once again, take that back bend. Open up into the chest a little more. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath, halfway lift. Left leg steps back. Ground your hands down. Right leg steps back, down dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Nice long line. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale onto your belly. Reach your hands back, interlace. Take a full breath in. And exhale, lift everything up. Good. Gently release, hands under your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone, breathe in, and come into your cobra. Slowly exhale as you release. Tuck your toes under, full breath in. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches back behind you. So take a moment to stretch the side out. Bend into that top knee. Draw your heel to your sit bones. Roll the hip open. And then extend the leg. Square the hips off. Bring your knee to your chest. Hover. Step it forward. Low lunge. Lowering the back knee down. Inhale. Arms up high. Exhale. Twist to your left. Really open up the arms. Feel the spine. Open up into the chest. Good. Inhale, come back. Arms reaching up. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes under, extend through the back leg, and we're going to take your side lunge to the back of your mat. Right knee's bent. And then take it to the front. Left knee bends. And back to the back of your mat. Right knee bends. Good. Swivel to the back of your mat, step it back. Downward facing dog. Stay with your breath. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale onto your belly. Reach your arms back behind you. Take a full breath here. And exhale. Extend everything up. Starting to feel a little warmer every time you do this. Slowly release. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under, full breath. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Side out. Inhale, left leg up. Keep your hips level. Bring your knee to your chest. Hover, round. Step it forward, low lunge. Arms reach skywards. Full breath in. Exhale, take your twist to the left. Nice. Inhale, come back to center, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under, extend. Let's find your side lunge to the front of your mat, so bending into the right knee. Bend into the left. Bend into the right. Swivel to the front and step it forward. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes, take a breath here. All right, hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your aura as you reach your arms up. Arms facing each other. Exhale into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Heart reaching up, feet reaching down. Make sure that you can see your toes if you look down. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Good. From here, you're going to take your right leg and place it behind your left foot. So your right foot behind your left. And you're going to walk your hands over to the right. So keep your legs as straight as you can. Just getting a nice stretch into that left hip, to the back of the legs. All right, and then coming back to center. Now keep your feet as they are, but we're going to bend into your knees. So you might need to come up onto your left toes. And then come to sit down on your heel. Find your balance here. Bring your hands to your heart. Holding here. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release your hands down. Come all the way up. What we're going to do is we're going to rise up. Spine rises up. You're going to bring that right ankle to your right hand. So bending into the right knee. Left arm reaches up high. Taking a gentle dancer's pose. Reaching your left arm forward. Extending the right leg back. Just finding your balance. One more breath. Keep a micro bend in that standing leg. And then slowly come all the way up. Extend that right leg out in front of you. Reach the arms up. Hold it here. One more breath. And release the right leg. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Ground your hands down. Step back, plank pose. Take your feet all the way to the back of your mat. Long line of energy. Chaturanga down to the floor. If you need to lower your knees, by all means do so. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Right leg reaches back behind you. Three-legged dog. Knee to your chest, hover. Shoulders draw forward over your wrists. We're going to step up, coming into your warrior two stance. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Straighten into your front leg. We're going to draw the heels in. Bring your hands onto your hips. Toes are pointing to the long edges of your mat. And we're going to come into your temple squat. So you can place your hands onto your thighs, straighten into your arms, but drop the hips. And just a gentle sway from side to side. Starting to open up into those hips. Feeling into the body. Good. Then coming back to center, straighten into the legs. Turn your toes so they're facing the long edge of your mat. Hands on your hips. Inhale, long breath. And exhale to fold, coming all the way down in Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Hands directly under your shoulders. And just let your head hang here. Hinge at the hips. Lengthen through the spine. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. From here, we're going to swivel to the back of your mat. Coming into a low lunge. Inhale, the arms reach up high. A bit of a mandala circle today. Hands down to the mat. Let's step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Right leg reaches up high. Step it forward, low lunge. Inhale the arms up high. Okay, we're going to do a bit of an arrow lunge here. So arrow lunge means we press up onto the top of your back foot instead of tucking your back toes under. If this is too much and you're unable to do it, then you can tuck your toes under. But if you want to challenge yourself a little bit this morning, press deeply into that front heel, take a deep inhale, and start to extend through the back leg. And we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, excuse me, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the back knee down. Hands down to the mat. Beautiful. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Right leg again reaches back behind you. 3-legged dog. Good. Knee to your chest. Hover. Step it forward. Warrior 2. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Warrior 2. Good. Straighten into your front knee once again. Heels in, toes out. This time you're bringing your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Open up into the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Turn your toes in. Extend the arms. Let the head hang so the neck is nice and long. Last 2 breaths. Beautiful. Then release your hands to your lower back. Unclasp your hands. Just let the hands slide down the back of the legs. Bring them all the way down to the ground. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, swivel to the front of your mat and step it back into your downward facing dog. Deep breath. Side out. Come up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands, walk, step, or hop it forward, coming into your forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Take your seat. Keep reaching up through the fingertips. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. This time, left leg steps behind the right. And you're going to walk your hands over to the left. As far as you can, just getting that stretch, feeling it in the legs, IT band, hamstrings, hip. Breathe into it. And then gently come back to center. And we're going to take that low kind of eagle, right? So right leg is wrapped over the left. Lower your seat down onto your left heel. And then bring your hands to your heart. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release your hands down to the mat, straighten into the legs. And we're going to roll the spine all the way up. And then bend into that left knee, grabbing a hold of your left ankle. Right arm reaches up high. Full breath in. And exhale. Start to hinge forward, coming into your dancer's pose. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Nice. Inhale to rise all the way up. And then pendulum swing that left leg out in front of you. Let it rise up as high as you can, arms reaching up. One more breath. And slowly release. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Lengthen halfway on your next breath in. Ground your hands down, step back, plank pose. Deep breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Let it out. Good. Left leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Knee to your chest, hover. Good. Step it forward. Set up warrior 2. Okay. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, bring it back, warrior 2. Good. Straighten into your front leg. Draw that right heel in, toes are out. Bring your hands to your hips, bend into your knees, find that temple squat. And then find your center, bring your hands to your heart. I want you to hinge forward at the hips so that your spine is parallel to the ground. Hold it here. 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. Release your hands, straighten into the legs, turn the toes forward to face the long edge of your mat. Then you're going to turn your hands so that they're facing in the opposite direction. Your fingers are facing the other way, and you're going to walk your hands through your legs, drawing the top of the head down towards your mat. Stretching deeply into the back of the legs, ground into your feet. Maybe even shifting your weight a little forward onto your toes, onto the top of the feet. Last 2 breaths. Beautiful. Walk your hands back to center. Let's swivel to the back of your mat and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Beautiful long spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Again, you've always got the option to lower your knees. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Deep inhale. Exhale. Push the mat away from you. Lengthen through your spine. Tailbone reaching up. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Knee to your chest, hover. Let's step it forward, coming into your low lunge. Inhale the arms up high. Okay, so we're going to take our arrow lunge on the other side. If this was too much for you on the one side, then tuck your back toes under. Inhale deeply. And on the exhale, extend through the back leg. Holding here for 5. Tuck your tailbone. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very gently lowering that back knee down. Nice. Hands down to the mat. Good. Step it back. Down dog. Find your ujjayi breath. Tap into it. Your powerhouse. That which gives you life. Inhale, left leg back. Good. Knee to chest, hover. Let's step it forward, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Good. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten into your front leg. Turn your toes so they're facing the long edge of the mat. Hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow down. Fold forward. Hands to the mat. So for those of you who have got your headstand and your practice, feel free to take it now. For those that are practicing, you can bring your forearms down, interlace your fingers, placing the top of your head down onto your mat, and just feel for shifting your hips back over your shoulders. Otherwise, just feel for drawing the top of your head down towards your mat. If you'd like to take a straddle up into your headstand, you can do that. Or just play with straddling the legs. Just finding a bit of balance. Otherwise, just letting your head hang. And really focus on hinging at the hips rather than the lower back. Take 3 more breaths here. Good. If you are in a headstand, you can gently make your way down. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. And then exhale, swivel to the front of your mat. Good. Step it forward, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Full breath, halfway lift. Let's find our way back into your downward facing dog. So just settle into your posture. Use this as a passive pose where you get time to catch your breath, feel into your body, and tap into your why. Why you are here. Good. Right leg reaches back behind you, 3-legged dog. Open the hips, bend the knee, stretch it out. You can stay here, or you've got the option to step it back into your wild thing. Lifting your hips, opening your heart. Bring your right hand to your heart center. 1 breath. And exhale, release. 3-legged dog. Right leg reaches up high. Right knee to left elbow, cross-body movement. And you're going to extend your right leg out on the floor in front of you, setting up for fallen triangle. Left arm reaches up high. Exhale, hand down to the mat. Take it back, downward facing dog. Bring your big toes to touch, feet together. Inhale to plank. You're going to roll over onto your right side and extend your left arm high. If you need a supported side plank, place the top foot in the middle of the mat, toes pointing towards the long edge of your mat to support yourself. Otherwise, stacking left leg, holding here. Lift up out of that right shoulder. One more breath. Beautiful. And release. Take it back, down dog. Good. Right leg rises high. We're going to come into a high lunge. So stepping that right foot between the hands. Inhale the arms up high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a full breath. On your exhale, take your twist to the right, bringing left elbow to your right thigh, thumbs to your heart. Stack the elbows, extend through the back leg. Strong, firm legs. Holding you here for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come back to center, high lunge, hands to your heart. Okay, we're going to take a step forward. You might need to take 2 or 3, that's fine. And you're going to bring that left knee to your chest. Use your hands to draw it in. Nice. Now grab a hold of your left knee with your right hand. Twisting to the left, extend the left arm back. Keep your gaze steady. Ground into that right foot. 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. Come back to center. Let's take your tree pose from here. So bringing that left foot onto your right inner thigh or your calf. If balance is a challenge today, place the toes on the ground and bring your heel to your ankle. Hands to your heart. Settle in your tree pose. Find the stability. What is your aim to get out of today's class? What do you need from your practice? Last breath. Good. Bring that left knee in towards your chest once again. Keep a micro bend in your standing leg, and we're going to step it back into a lunge, bringing your hands down on the ground. Whew, are those legs burning yet? All right, left hand down to the ground. Find an easy twisting lunge. Right arm reaches up high. Good. Stack the arms, stack the shoulders. And then release the hand down. Lounge lizard. You're grounding into your left hand. You're going to swivel onto the knife edge of both feet. And then reach your right arm back. From here, let that left hip drop down towards the mat. Walk your right foot back a bit. And then come all the way down onto the hip. So you're lying on that left leg. All right. For those, or some of you, this pose might look familiar. Okay, you're going to bring that right heel to your left thigh. And just bring your forearms down to the ground. So the right knee is pointing up. So we're not going into a full grasshopper pose, but just a stretch. So your right arm is going to reach out in front of you. And then exhale as you reach it back towards your left foot. If you can grab it, then grab a hold of it. And extend. Lift that leg up. And just holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice. Come up onto your hands. Swivel onto your mat and step it back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you, 3-legged dog. Roll the hip open, stretch it out. Stay here or step back into your wild thing. Left hand to your heart. One breath. And release. Three-legged dog. Left knee, right elbow. Fallen triangle, extending the legs, slide it forward, and then reach the right arm up. One breath here. Deep inhale. And exhale, release. Nice. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Okay, bringing big toes to touch, feet together. Inhale, rock forward to plank. We're going to roll over onto your left side. The right arm reaches up high, side plank. If you need to support yourself, bring your right foot forward to the middle of your mat. My dogs are cheering you on. Keep it going. Hold it here. One more breath. And exhale, release. Take it back, downward facing dog. Good job. All right. Okay, left leg reaches up high. Let's step it forward, coming into your high lunge. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Full breath. And exhale as you twist to the left. Twist from your abs. Stack your shoulders. Ground into that front foot. And deepen into your breath. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Okay, so we're going to shift our weight forward onto the left foot, bringing your right knee in towards your chest. Again, if you need to take a step or two, then do that. But try and be as fluid as you can. Grab a hold of the right knee, draw it in towards your chest. Find your balance. And grabbing a hold of the right knee with your left hand, right arm reaches back behind you. Find your drishti, your focus point. Nice, one more. Good, come back to center. And we're going to take your tree pose from here. So right foot to your left inner thigh or your calf. Keep it off of the knee joint. Or you can bring your toes down onto the mat with your heel resting on your ankle. Bring your hands to your heart. Connect. Connect to your tree roots. Those roots that run deep down into Mother Earth. That support you. That hold you up often when you want to fall down. Last breath. Good. Bring that right knee back in towards your chest. And we're going to step it back into a lunge, bringing your hands down to the ground. Right leg steps all the way back. Let's find your easy twisting lunge. Left arm reaches up high. Nice. Last one. And release. So coming into your lounge lizard. Just aside for you. Grounding into the right hand. Swivel onto the knife edges of back, both feet. Extend the left arm. And then slowly start to walk that left foot back a bit. Drop that right hip so that you're sitting all the way down on it. And then bring the left heel to your right side. The knee pointing up. Forearms come down to the mat. And if this is enough for you, stay here. Otherwise, you can extend the left arm forward and then reach it out in front of your shin, grabbing a hold of your calf, ankle, or your foot, whatever you can reach. And extend through that right leg, holding it up for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Slowly release and find your way back into a downward facing dog. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. You're at the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet out so your toes are pointing out, heels in, and come into your Malasana squat. Hands at your heart center. Closing your eyes, ground into your feet. If you need a support under your heels, you can place blocks or books or cushions, or you can place a block underneath your seat. For those of you that would like to take a crow pose, you've got an opportunity now to play with that pose, or you can stay here in your Malasana, just opening up into the hips. You're going to take your crow, hands down to the mat, lift your hips, draw your knees into your upper arms, maybe lift one foot, maybe the other, maybe both. See if you can take 1 or 2 full breaths in your crow pose before you come down. And then bring your hands back to your heart, finding your way back into your Malasana. Deep inhale and exhale. Release your hands, forward fold, bringing your hips all the way up. And then walk your hands back into your downward facing dog. Let's make our way into your pigeon pose. So right leg reaches up high. Right knee to your wrist. Set your shin down. Extending your left leg back behind you. Settle. If you need to place a supporter under that right hip, you can place a blanket or cushion there. Take a deep inhale and then exhale to fold. Just bringing your head all the way down to the ground, relaxing into your arms. Check in with yourself. Tap into your heart space. Last 2 breaths. And slowly sliding your hands back. Gently push yourself back up. Tuck your back toes under and push back into your downward facing dog. Left side, left knee draws into your left wrist. Set your shin down in front of you. Extend through the back leg. Full inhale to find length. And exhale to fold. And just breathe into the tightness. Breathe into the release. Send breath into every little corner of your body. Last one. Nice. Slowly walk your hands back. Lengthen through the spine. You're going to lean over to your left and swing the right leg out in front of you, bringing the right foot on the outside of your left side, coming in for your seated twist. If this is challenging, you can always extend your bottom leg out in front of you. Right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale to twist to the right. Find length from your lower back all the way up to the crown of your head. Last one. Good. Inhale back to center. Option to take your disco twist. So coming up onto your feet, you want to swivel on your toes. So you're going to walk your hands to the left and keep walking them back behind you. Keep going, keep swiveling on your toes. Walk your hands to the other side until they finally come back to the front. and you find your left leg on top of your right. Placing your left foot down, left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, twist. Inhale to rise a little taller. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Unravel the legs. Place the soles of your feet down onto your mat. Extend your arms out in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Find length. And then as you exhale, start to round from your lower back. So tailbone tucks. And then you slowly lower down one vertebra at a time until your back is flat. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, hug it in. Maybe rock from side to side. All right, and let's just take a happy baby. The soles of the feet up, knees out wide. Soften into the back of your head. Good, then release. Hug those knees in. And let's start to set yourself up for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Often thought as the most important posture of your class. Just allowing yourself to fully release and surrender so that you can take in everything that you've done. So as you settle into your Shavasana, make sure that you're warm. Your body temperature tends to drop. And I want you to drop back into your heart. Remind yourself of the why. Close your eyes and rest deeply for the next minute or two. Fully dropping and letting go. Slowly beginning to journey back. Deepening into your breath. Feeling into your fingers, into your toes. And then reach your arms all the way overhead, giving yourself a nice big full body stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Roll over onto your left hand side. Use your arm to support your head. Just take a moment in fetal position. Just allowing integration. I'm going to end off with a reading by Victoria Erickson. A world without heart is a world without a capacity to heal, to create, to connect, and to listen. Underneath the veneer of our lives exists the oftentimes unknowingly dull ache of both predictability and drain. The heart is where the shift happens. It's raw, it's vital, it's necessary, and it's where your why lives. When you're ready, gently bring yourself to seated facing the front with your eyes closed. Let's bring our hands together in prayer in front of our hearts. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice this morning. Until we meet on the mat again, the love, light, and understanding in me bow in honors to the love, light, and willingness in each of you. Namaste.